Chosen one, stop scrolling. Listen carefully. The days of September 21, 22, and 23 are not just numbers on a calendar. They are portals, spiritual checkpoints, moments when heaven and hell both lean close to test you. And what you do in these 3 days will echo far beyond time itself. The hidden battle of desire. This test will not come dressed as fire from the sky. It will not come in the form of earthquakes or storms. It will come in whispers, in the form of temptation. Your sexual desire will be stirred, twisted, and inflamed, not by accident but by design. Why you feel the fire. Chosen one, you are not weak because you feel the pull. The stronger your calling, the stronger the warfare. The enemy knows your destiny is unstoppable, so he sends lust as a weapon. Lust is not just about the body, it is about distraction, delusion, and destruction. A test of the spirit. These 3 days are not punishment, they are training. You will feel waves of desire rise within you. But you are not your urges, you are the watcher of the fire. The test is whether you will bow to it or rise above it. The mark of the chosen. Many will never understand what you are battling. To them, lust is normal. To you, it is a war. Because you carry light that darkness cannot extinguish. Because you are set apart for a mission greater than yourself. When heaven goes silent. During these days, heaven may feel quiet. Prayers may feel unanswered. It will feel like God stepped back. But he has not abandoned you. He is observing how you respond. The traps of the enemy. You may notice sudden memories. Faces from your past, dreams that awaken desire. Messages out of nowhere from people who once led you astray. This is not coincidence. It is spiritual design to pull you back into chains. The power of restraint. Every time you resist, you weaken the hold of the enemy. Every time you say no, you say yes to destiny. Your restraint is your offering, your purity is your weapon, and your discipline is the proof of your divine alignment. The loneliness of the called. Chosen ones often ask, why me? Why this heavy test? It is because you are not ordinary. You are being forged like gold in fire. The greater the resistance, the greater the reward. The illusion of desire. Lust promises fulfillment but leaves emptiness. It whispers satisfaction but delivers regret. It burns bright for a moment, then leaves ashes. But divine love burns eternally, and it fills, not drains. Your body is a temple. Chosen one, your body is not a prison. It is the temple of the Spirit. What you allow in your temple affects your light. Do not trade your eternal crown for a moment of flesh. The gift of clarity. When you overcome, you will see clearly. Your mind will sharpen, your dreams will align. Doors will open that once stayed shut. And you will feel heaven's approval resting on you. The cost of falling. But if you give in, you will feel the weight of silence. The shame, the confusion, the heaviness of spirit. The enemy will try to convince you that you are unworthy. But remember, even if you stumble, you can rise again. This is not about rules. This is not about religion, rituals, or laws. This is about your soul's authority. The enemy knows if he cannot steal your body, he cannot steal your destiny. Your warfare is proof of your power. Remember who you are. You are not a slave to urges. You are not a victim of desire. You are chosen, you are anointed. And you carry a light that cannot be extinguished. Your weapon is awareness. Awareness breaks chains. Awareness gives you power over urges. Awareness allows you to step outside the fire and see it for what it is. A test, not your truth. These 3 days are sacred. September 21, 22, and 23 are marked. The world will go about its noise, but you will feel the pull inside. Do not ignore it, do not dismiss it. These are days where heaven watches closely. A season of birthing. Chosen one, these tests mean something new is being born. Every temptation resisted plants a seed of strength. Every urge mastered opens the gate for blessings. Do not sabotage your own breakthrough. Hold your position. This is your moment to stand firm. This is your moment to remember your calling. This is your moment to prove to yourself that you are greater than your flesh. Hold the line and watch the heavens move. A final word for you. Chosen one, the warfare is real, but so is your power. You are not alone in this test. Every tear, every urge, every moment of silence is seen. And if you endure, you will rise unshakable. Chosen one, if these words stirred your spirit, know this message was meant for you. Do not walk this journey in silence. Share your strength, speak your truth. Like this video, comment your testimony, and subscribe to the Chosen Era. Because your journey is not just for you, it is for every soul waiting for light, the whispers in the night. Chosen one, pay attention to what happens in your sleep. Dreams will be stirred, shadows may visit you in silence. You may wake up with thoughts you did not invite. This is how the spiritual realm tests your guard when your body rests. The power of fasting. In these 3 days, if you can, fast from what feeds your flesh. Not only food, but distractions, addictions, and screens. Fasting weakens the grip of desire and strengthens the spirit. It reminds your soul who truly holds authority. Silence is a weapon. The world will try to flood your mind with noise. Music, conversations, media, all designed to lower your guard. But silence is not weakness, it is spiritual armor. In silence, you will hear what others cannot. Your energy is sacred. Chosen one, you are more than flesh and blood. Your energy radiates beyond what eyes can see. That is why temptation tries to drain you. Because if you give away your energy, you dim your light. The signs of breakthrough. Notice the patterns. The test always comes before elevation. Attacks intensify before blessings arrive. And desire burns hottest when you are closest to destiny. The illusion of control. The enemy whispers, it's harmless just once. But once opens doors you cannot easily close. Just once plants seeds that grow into weeds. But just once resisted makes you unshakable. The battle in your mind. Lust does not begin in the body, it begins in the mind. The thought becomes imagination. The imagination becomes craving. And the craving becomes action, unless you cut it at the root. Your spiritual guard. Chosen one, protect your eyes, protect your ears, protect your thoughts. Guard your temple like sacred ground. Because every image, every sound, every word is a seed. And the enemy knows how to plant in the soil of your mind. The lion within you. There is a lion inside you, fierce, untamed, royal. This lion is not meant to bow to fleshly chains. It is meant to roar against every chain that binds you. And these 3 days are when your roar is tested. A sacred exchange. Every time you resist temptation, you make an exchange. You give up temporary pleasure for eternal strength. You give up weakness for wisdom. You give up chains for wings. The secret few understand. Most will not understand why you fight so hard. They will call you extreme. They will call you strange. But that is because they live asleep while you live awake. And only the awakened know the weight of the battle. The spirit of discernment. In these 3 days, ask for discernment. Not everything that shines is light. Not every voice that calls you is pure. Discernment will show you the trap before you step into it. The strength of withdrawal. Sometimes the test is not to fight, but to walk away. Do not argue with temptation. Do not wrestle with it in your mind. Turn your back, withdraw your energy. Your absence is louder than any response. The reward of obedience. Chosen one, obedience may feel heavy in the moment. But obedience births blessings you cannot imagine. It aligns you with doors that only God can open. And it places you where your enemies cannot reach. The mystery of these days. Why September 21, 22, and 23? Because time itself carries patterns. These days hold a vibration that stirs desire. And those marked by heaven will feel it more intensely, the fire in your blood. Chosen one, you will feel it rising inside you. Not just in your thoughts, but in your body. It is the fire of desire, a force that demands to be fed. But that fire was never meant to consume you. It was meant to refine you. When the old returns. In these 3 days, you may notice old faces reappearing. People from your past suddenly reaching out. Doors you thought were closed trying to reopen. This is not coincidence. It is bait sent to test your strength. The danger of isolation. Yes, you are chosen, but the enemy wants you isolated. Because isolation without purpose leads to weakness. It makes your thoughts louder and your urges stronger. That's why you must turn your isolation into consecration. The holy tension. You will feel stretched in 2 directions. Your flesh will scream for release. Your spirit will whisper, wait, endure. This tension is proof that heaven is shaping you for more. The battlefield of the eyes. Chosen one, guard your vision. What you watch feeds what you feel. Images are not harmless. They plant roots in your soul. And every seed grows into something you must later fight. The cost of compromise. The enemy never shows you the full price. He shows you the moment, not the aftermath. But compromise always steals more than it gives. It takes joy, clarity, and peace, leaving only emptiness. The beauty of self-mastery. There is a beauty the world cannot understand. The beauty of being in control of yourself. The power of saying no when your flesh says yes. This mastery is the true crown of the chosen one. When the urge passes, every storm eventually fades. Every wave of temptation will pass. But what remains after the urge is gone is your choice. Will you be left with regret or with glory? The secret watchers. Heaven is not the only one watching. The enemy is watching too, waiting for a crack. Every choice you make is seen in the spirit realm. Your resistance becomes testimony. The shift in atmosphere. Chosen one, when you resist, the air changes around you. You will feel lighter, more aligned. Even nature responds to spiritual victory. Because creation recognizes when a soul steps into authority. The lies of the enemy. The enemy will tell you it's impossible. That you are too weak, that it's who you are. But those are lies designed to chain your identity. The truth is, you are far stronger than you know. The power of declaration. Speak life over yourself. Do not fight desire with silence, fight it with words. Declare that you are chosen, declare that you are free. The atmosphere shifts when you speak truth out loud. The pattern of temptation. Notice how temptation repeats itself. It comes at the same times in the same ways, through the same doors. Once you recognize the pattern, you hold the key. Because what you can see, you can defeat. The victory within reach. These 3 days will not last forever. The intensity will not remain forever. But the victory you gain will remain with you for life. Chosen one, your breakthrough is closer than you think. The struggle in silence. Chosen one, you may not tell anyone what you are battling. You may carry this war quietly in your heart. But silence does not mean weakness. It means your fight is sacred, hidden from those who would never understand. The weight of calling. The heavier the test, the higher the calling. The enemy doesn't waste resources on those with no future. He only fights those who are destined to shake the world. That is why your warfare feels unbearable at times. The moment of choice. Every desire has a moment, a point where you decide. It may feel small, but that choice shapes your path. It decides whether you step into chains or into freedom. Every choice carries the seed of destiny. The invisible chains. Chosen one, lust chains are not made of metal. They are invisible, yet heavier than stone. They hold your spirit, cloud your vision, and weigh down your soul. But chains can only remain if you refuse to break them. The battle of memory. Temptation often uses memory. Flashes of the past, old feelings, familiar scents. These are not harmless. They are triggers designed to stir your flesh. But you are not who you once were. You have grown beyond those moments. The divine strength. You may feel weak, but strength is not yours alone. Heaven gives strength to those who ask. You are not expected to fight this war by willpower. You are expected to lean into the spirit within you. The hidden reward. Chosen one, every test carries a hidden reward. It may not come immediately, but it comes with power. It comes with clarity. It comes with elevation. The test is the doorway to the blessing. The echo of resistance. When you resist, the sound is heard in the spirit. Your no becomes thunder in the unseen realm. Your silence against temptation becomes a roar in heaven. And every demon trembles when a chosen one stands firm. The purity of light. Light cannot mix with shadows. The more you resist, the brighter your light becomes. And that light exposes darkness wherever you go. This is why the enemy fears your purity. It reveals his lies. The days of preparation. Chosen one, these 3 days are not random. They are preparation for what's ahead. Something new is coming, and your spirit must be ready. The warfare is simply proof that change is near. The secret fire. Inside you burns a sacred fire. It is not like the fire of lust. It does not consume, it refines. It is the eternal flame of your calling. And the more you resist flesh, the stronger that flame grows. The ancestral warfare. Some of what you fight is not just yours. It is the battle of generations before you. Cycles of weakness, patterns of bondage passed down. But you are chosen to be the one who breaks it. The angelic watch. Chosen one, you are not fighting alone. Even when you feel abandoned, angels stand near. They strengthen you when your knees feel weak. They record your victory in the book of heaven. The final hour. There will come a moment during these 3 days when the urge feels overwhelming. When your body trembles with desire and your mind screams to give in. That is the peak of the test. If you endure that hour, the battle will shift in your favor. The storm before calm. Chosen one, understand this. Storms always rage before peace arrives. The intensity you feel now is not a sign of failure. It is the last push of darkness before breakthrough. Hold steady because calm is already on its way. The veil of temptation. Temptation is never what it seems. It comes dressed as beauty, comfort, or relief. But behind the veil hides chains, shame, and regret. Lift the veil, and you will see the trap for what it is. The secret of denial. Denying the flesh is not punishment, it is empowerment. Every denial strengthens your spirit. Every refusal polishes your crown. This is how warriors of light are forged. The call of destiny. Chosen one, destiny calls louder than desire. You are not here to live ordinary. You are here to rewrite bloodlines, to awaken nations. How can such a calling bow to temporary urges? The sacred example. When you endure, you don't endure for yourself alone. Your victory becomes a testimony. Someone else will draw strength from your choice. Your light becomes a map for another soul in darkness. The enemy's desperation. The enemy attacks hardest when he is losing ground. If he is pressing you now, it is because he knows you are close. Close to breakthrough, close to blessing, close to power. This desperation is his final attempt to stop you. The shift in your spirit. Chosen one, notice what happens inside when you resist. Your spirit feels sharper, your vision grows clearer. You sense things you could not before. This is the awakening of true spiritual power. The burden of difference. You often wonder why your tests feel heavier than others. It is because you are not called to live like others. Ordinary souls face ordinary tests, but the chosen face battles meant for kings and prophets. The freedom of alignment. When you master your desire, you align with heaven. Doors swing open, connections fall into place. Opportunities flow like rivers. Because the universe responds to purity and discipline. The crown of self-control. Self-control is not weakness, it is royalty. It is the crown few wear, the throne few sit on. To master your flesh is to rule your kingdom within. And he who rules himself can rule nations. The SHADOWS will flee. Darkness cannot hold what it cannot deceive. When you see temptation for what it truly is, the shadows scatter. The power of the enemy lies only in illusion. Expose the lie, and the grip breaks instantly. The rising of your name. Chosen one, heaven knows your name. Every victory you claim resounds in eternity. Your name becomes marked, sealed as one who endured. And this mark is what elevates you above the ordinary. The days that define you. Not every day carries the same weight. Some days define the rest of your life. These 3 days are such days. How you respond will write your future. The test of stillness. Chosen one, do not underestimate the power of being still. The urge will try to move you, to make you restless. But stillness is strength. Stillness is where the flesh loses and the spirit rises. The garden of discipline. Your body is like a garden. Every action plants a seed. Discipline plants trees of wisdom, peace, and strength. But indulgence plants weeds that choke your future. The secret strength of tears. Do not be ashamed if the battle brings you to tears. Tears are not weakness, they are release. Every tear shed in this warfare waters the soil of your destiny. Heaven counts every drop. The hunger of the flesh. The flesh is never satisfied. It always asks for more, never enough. But your spirit, once fed, fills you completely. That is why desire drains, but spirit renews. The warrior's loneliness. Chosen one, you may feel alone in this battle. But loneliness is a mark of warriors. Few walk this path, few carry this burden. But that is what separates you from the masses. The truth behind desire. Desire is not evil, it is misplaced energy. It was given to fuel creation, not destruction. To build, not to break. Your task is to channel it into purpose, not waste it on emptiness. The song of resistance. Every time you say no, your spirit sings. It may not be heard with ears, but heaven hears the sound. It is a song of strength, a hymn of defiance against darkness. And that melody echoes into eternity. The stairway of tests. Every test is a step. Resist once, you rise higher. Resist twice, you climb again. Until you reach the level where temptation can no longer touch you. The reflection in your eyes. Look into your own eyes, chosen one. There is a depth there that the world cannot explain. It is the reflection of eternity within you. This is why you cannot live as ordinary. You were born extraordinary. The fire that purifies. Not every fire is meant to destroy. Some fires burn only to purify. This battle of desire is one such fire. It is burning away weakness to reveal your strength. The sacred pain. The pain of resisting is not pointless. It is the stretching of your spirit. It is the shaping of your soul. And pain endured now becomes power tomorrow, the proof of maturity. Children obey their flesh without question. But maturity is proven by restraint, by the ability to say no when every cell screams yes. That is the proof that you are no longer who you were. The key of obedience. Obedience is a master key. It unlocks doors that effort cannot open. It gives access where talent cannot reach. Chosen one, your obedience in these days is opening unseen gates, the way of the watcher. Chosen one, become the watcher of your thoughts. Watch without shame, observe without panic. When you watch, the thought loses authority. Observation turns chaos into clarity. The mirror of consecration. Your life becomes a mirror of what you consecrate. Consecrate your eyes, your words, your touch. What you honor grows, what you neglect withers. Consecration turns ordinary moments into holy practice. The whisper of the Spirit. There will be a voice softer than the storm. It will whisper guidance when temptation screams. Learn to listen for the small, steady nudge. Follow that whisper and the noise will lose its pull. The art of redirection. When desire rises, redirect your energy. Move, create, pray, fast, or serve. Do anything but feed it. Redirection rewires the pathways of craving. It turns a moment of weakness into a step toward mastery. The broken cycle. You are not destined to repeat the past. Every refusal severs a link in the chain. Generational patterns lose power when you stand. Your stand is the break that births freedom for generations. The language of victory. Declare short truths over your spirit. I am chosen, I am free, I will not bow. Words shape atmospheres, words shift reality. Speak them until they become the rhythm of your heart. The strength of community. You are strong, but strength is multiplied in fellowship. Find those who honor your path and walk with them. Shared discipline fuels individual victory. Company that consecrates is a shield in the storm. The watchful prayer. Pray with intention, not routine. Ask for specific help when the hour grows heavy. Prayer trains your spirit to respond before the urge arrives. It becomes a net that catches you when balance slips. The seed of purpose. Refuse now so purpose can be planted. Every sacrifice is a seed that produces destiny. You will reap what you guard today. Cultivate purpose with deliberate choices. The breaking of chains. Chains break when you refuse to feed them. Refusal chips away at the lie until it collapses. Every small victory is a crack in the prison wall. Keep striking, freedom is closer than it appears. The harbinger of renewal. After resistance comes renewal. Your clarity will return brighter than before. Wounds heal and wisdom settles into you. You will step forward marked by the lessons of fire. The next step forward. Do not wait for perfection to move. Take the next right step, even if your hands shake. Progress honors perseverance, not flawless victory. Move forward, chosen one. Your path demands it, the hunger for higher. Chosen one, when you deny the flesh, another hunger awakens. A hunger for wisdom, for light, for things unseen. This is the true appetite of your soul. Feed it, and you will never thirst for lesser things again. The shadow of regret. Regret is the shadow that follows indulgence. It clings, it whispers, it drains. But those who resist carry no shadow, only light. That light frees them to walk boldly into tomorrow. The price of power. Every level of power carries a price. The greater the mantle, the greater the battle. Chosen ones are asked to sacrifice more because they are trusted with more. Your restraint is the down payment on your authority. The river of clarity. When lust subsides, clarity flows. Decisions become easier, vision becomes sharper. Confusion melts away like fog in the sun. This river only appears when the storm has been conquered. The difference between you and them. Others chase pleasure like it is the prize. But you, chosen one, see through the veil. You know there is more than the flesh can offer. That difference is what sets you apart from the rest. The lifting of the curtain. When you resist, the curtain lifts. You begin to see reality as it is, not as the enemy paints it. Illusion breaks, truth shines, and deception fades. This vision is the gift for those who endure. The breath of discipline. Every time you breathe through the urge, you grow stronger. Breathing slows the fire, reminds you of control. Discipline is built in moments, not years. Each breath of mastery becomes a brick in your foundation. The unseen celebration. Chosen one, heaven celebrates silently. The angels rejoice when you win battles no one else sees. Your unseen victories echo through eternity. They are not wasted, they are recorded forever, the death of the old self. Every test is a funeral for who you once were. When you resist, the weaker version of you dies. When you endure, the higher version of you rises. These 3 days are not just a test, they are a rebirth. The voice of destiny. Deep within, you hear it calling. A voice beyond time, whispering your true name. It says you are more than this moment, you are chosen. Follow that voice, and you will never be led astray. The awakening of courage. Courage does not mean fear disappears. It means you choose strength despite fear. You may tremble, but you still rise. This is the essence of the chosen one's spirit. The gift of endurance. Endurance is not glamorous, but it is priceless. It carries you when willpower runs dry. It teaches you that time bends for those who refuse to quit. Chosen one, endurance is your hidden weapon, the shield of light. Chosen one, every time you deny temptation, light surrounds you. This light shields you from hidden attacks. It blinds the enemy and exposes his traps. Your shield grows brighter with every act of self-control. The path of divine strength. Strength is not found in the body alone. It is forged in the furnace of the spirit. Every test resisted sharpens your sword of destiny. Your path is strength clothed in holiness. The rise of authority. Authority is not given to the careless. It is handed to those who master themselves. You cannot lead others until you conquer yourself. Your resistance is the throne on which you will sit. The sound of freedom. When chains break, they make no noise in the physical. But in the spirit, the sound is thunderous. Every time you resist, a chain shatters. Freedom rings in realms you cannot yet see. The fire that purifies. This fire is not meant to burn you, but to refine you. Like gold tested in flames, you are purified in trial. What survives the fire is unshakable. Chosen one, your purity is power wrapped in fire. The promise of greater days. Your sacrifice today opens doors tomorrow. Every moment you choose heaven over flesh, you plant seeds. Those seeds bloom into favor, destiny, and unshakable peace. Greater days are promised for those who endure. The heavenly announcement. The heavens whisper your victory. What the earth ignores, heaven proclaims. Chosen one, your endurance is recorded in eternity. Angels are dispatched to strengthen your steps. The final test of will. When it feels unbearable, you are closest to breakthrough. The last push is always the hardest. The enemy tries strongest when he knows he's losing. Chosen one, your breakthrough is already here. The crown of the Restraint. Crowns are not given to those who indulge. They are handed to those who resisted when no one was watching. Yours is being prepared as you read this. The throne is set, the crown is near. Chosen one, now is the time to rise. Do not waste your divine assignment on temporary pleasure. You are chosen to lead, chosen to conquer, chosen to shine. Step boldly into your calling. Your destiny is waiting, and heaven is watching.